Aarav never imagined that a simple act of kindness could become the turning point of his life, but life often hides its greatest lessons in the smallest moments. He was a quiet man, the kind who believed more in hard work than in dreams, and more in responsibility than in romance. Living in a modest home with his widowed mother, Aarav worked long hours at a local printing shop, his hands always stained with ink and his shoulders always tired from carrying the weight of unspoken duties. His world was small but honest, shaped by sacrifice, patience, and a deep sense of respect for life and people. Meera entered his life without any dramatic announcement, like a soft breeze that slowly changes the air in a room. She had recently moved into the neighborhood with her younger brother after losing their father. Meera carried her own quiet strength, hiding her pain behind a gentle smile and polite words. She worked as a school assistant, earning just enough to keep their lives steady. Though life had tested her early, she believed in kindness as a way of survival, and that belief reflected in everything she did. Their first real interaction happened on an evening when exhaustion had pushed Aarav to his limits. He returned home with aching shoulders and a mind heavy with worries about bills, responsibilities, and a future that felt uncertain. His mother noticed his discomfort and mentioned that Meera's family was known for traditional healing massages, something her late father had practiced with care and honesty. Aarav hesitated at first, uncomfortable with the idea of asking for help, but his mother's gentle insistence came from love, not pressure. When Meera came over, there was an awkward silence between them, filled with politeness and restraint. She worked with focus and respect, her movements careful and professional, her words minimal but kind. Aarav felt a strange calm settle within him, not just in his tired muscles, but in his restless heart. For the first time in months, he felt seen not as a burdened man, but as a human being deserving of care. That evening ended quietly, but something unspoken lingered in the air. Days turned into weeks, and Aarav found himself looking forward to those brief moments of relief and conversation. Their talks were simple, about daily struggles, family responsibilities, and small hopes they rarely shared with others. Meera listened without judgment, and Aarav spoke with honesty he didn't know he still possessed. There was no rush, no dramatic gestures, just a slow understanding growing between two souls shaped by loss and responsibility. However, life rarely allows happiness to grow without challenge. Rumors began to circulate in the neighborhood, whispered misunderstandings born from narrow minds and idle time. Some questioned Meera's character, others judged Aarav's intentions. Words spread faster than truth, and soon the gentle connection they shared became a source of discomfort and distance. Aarav, fearing damage to Meera's dignity, withdrew into silence, believing sacrifice meant stepping back. Meera felt the change immediately. The warmth in Aarav's eyes faded, replaced by polite distance and unspoken pain. She wondered if she had misunderstood everything, if kindness had been mistaken for something it was not. Though her heart felt heavy, she chose dignity over confrontation, reminding herself that respect sometimes means letting go without explanation. Time passed, and both tried to return to their lonely routines, but something essential was missing. Aarav's pain returned, not just in his body but deeper within his spirit. Meera's days grew quieter, her smiles less frequent. Life continued, but without color. It was during one particularly difficult evening that Aarav's mother, wise through years of hardship, spoke the truth he had avoided. She reminded him that fear disguised as sacrifice often hurts more than it heals, and that respect includes trusting someone with your honesty. Gathering courage he didn't know he had, Aarav went to Meera's home, his heart pounding with uncertainty. When she opened the door, surprise and restraint crossed her face, but she invited him in with the same grace she always carried. Aarav spoke slowly, his words imperfect but sincere, admitting his fear, his respect for her dignity, and his regret for choosing silence over truth. He did not ask for forgiveness, only for understanding. Meera listened quietly, tears forming not from anger, but from relief. She shared her own pain, the confusion, and the silent nights spent questioning her worth. In that moment, Something fragile yet powerful was rebuilt, not through promises, but through mutual respect and honesty. They understood that love does not grow in grand gestures, but in the courage to communicate and the patience to heal. From that day onward, their bond deepened, grounded in values rather than expectations. They supported each other through financial struggles, family responsibilities, and the daily challenges life placed before them. Aarav learned that strength includes vulnerability, and Meera learned that patience does not mean silence. Together, they faced judgment with dignity and hardship with unity. Years later, their lives remained simple, but their hearts were rich with understanding. The massage that once eased Aarav's physical pain had unknowingly awakened something deeper, a reminder that kindness can heal more than the body. Their story became a quiet example in the neighborhood, not spoken loudly, but felt deeply, teaching others that love rooted in respect and sacrifice has the power to transform lives. In the end, they realized that true love is not about possession or perfection, but about walking beside someone through life's uncertainties with honesty and compassion. The moral of their journey remained clear and lasting, that a single act of genuine care can change everything, and that when love is built on respect, patience, and understanding, it becomes a force stronger than fear, misunderstanding, or time itself.